Whatever is more comfortable for you to hold, your kettlebell or your dumbbell, I just want you to sit down into your goblet squat, keeping the chest up proud, pulling the shoulder blades back. Okay, just resting the elbows on the knees. We're just going to spend a wee bit of time there. You can move side to side as well. Just try and find a wee bit of room in that squat. Just getting nice and comfortable there.
I know that you'd call this comfortable to start with.
We'll keep breathing through that. Okay, so what I want you to do now is start trying to apply a wee bit of the tension through the hips. So try and drive the knees closed, but you're going to fight against that with the elbows, and your hips should start shaking. Still keeping that chest proud. Really trying to drive the knees closed. Perfect. Okay, so take a big deep breath in, relax, and on the breath out, I want you to push the knees out a wee bit more. So push the knees out, keep the chest proud, and again, just try and find a wee bit of room in that squat. So just hold in that position.
I'm not getting out of this position.
I'm gonna need help.
Okay, so same again, try and drive the knees closed, fight against it with the elbows, create a wee bit more tension this time. Really trying to drive the knees closed. Okay, I'm relaxed, take a big deep breath in, breathe out, pry the knees open a wee bit more, and just hold that position. Just get comfortable there again. Okay, then I want you to come out of that position. And we'll sit down on the floor.
Oh, Jesus.
You're like an old woman.
How'd that feel?
Do you know what? It feels good, but it's hard to get out of.
It's hard to get out of it, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Right, okay, so what I want you to do, we're going to keep using the kettlebell here, we'll do something a wee bit different today. So all I want you to do is set the kettlebell up so that it's beside your ankle. Okay? I'll put the camera down, make sure you can see this. So you're going to set the kettlebell up so that it's beside your ankle. You can push the hands sort of behind you, but I want you to keep an upright torso when you're doing this. I don't want you to lean out of this too much, okay? And the further you lean into this, the harder it's going to be. Okay, so what I want you to do from there, curl the toes back towards the face. The leg you're not using, it's just going to stay straight. I want you to lift the leg up over the handle of the kettlebell and then put it down by the side. Okay, curl the toes back, up over the handle of the kettlebell and back down again. Okay, so the whole point there, what you're trying to do is get the hip flexor engaged. Your quads should feel a wee bit tight when you're doing that. That's one rep. We're going to go 5 on both sides. Okay, if you have anything you can stack up as well, you can use that. If your kettlebell or your dumbbells just get a wee bit annoying. So up over the kettlebell.
Too high for this.
Just lift your leg higher, Roisin, you'll be dead on.
Roisin's off camera, just bend their knee and shit. It's like, I'll do it.
I'm switching the dumbbell. Like, that's way too high.
So if you need to as well, you can sort of set the kettlebell down on its side. So down like so. All you're trying to do is give yourself something objective that you can lift your leg over. And then obviously the higher that the object is, the harder that it gets because you actually have to use the hip flexor a wee bit more to actively pull the leg up.
This could be like pulling the quad.
Yeah. So you're going to feel that right through the quad. Once you've done 5, I want you to swap over. We're going to do 5 on the opposite side. So lifting the foot up. You might have a side that's a wee bit tighter as well. So we're just doing a wee bit of active work, just trying to actively use the hip flexor rather than compensating. Nice and slow up over the handle. Perfect. Okay, so shake that off. So we're going to do that again. Give yourself a wee second. Then I want you to set up again. This time, try and make it a wee bit harder for yourself. So either get something that's a little bit taller, or if you can, lean into it a little bit more. Okay? So keeping the chest proud. The leg you're not using, it's going to stay straight. Curl the toes back towards the face. Locking that leg out. Lift the leg up. Bring it over the handle of the kettlebell and back down again. Reset. Up over the handle. Back down. That's one. We're going to go 5 of those. Perfect, ladies, well done. Okay, last one here. Once you've done your 5, swap it over. Perfect. How's that feeling?
Very quad dominant.
Yeah. You might feel that a wee bit more as well on your injured side feet.
I do, but it's fine.
So all that is just a wee bit of active work. So you're actively trying to use the hip flexor to lift the leg. You might
I like it.
not the grabs. Right.
What makes you think?
Next thing we're going to do then, I like to use a kettlebell for this because it gives me something I can drag into the floor to create a wee bit more tension on the hip. You don't need to use that. Okay, I just like to give myself a wee bit of feedback with this. So you're going to go sideline hip cars. Okay, so literally what we're doing is we're lying on our side. The leg we're not using, it's going to stay straight, or you can just bend through the knee and have it sit on the floor, but it's the leg that's on top is the one that we're going to be using. Okay, so what I want you to do is we're going to drag the knee up towards the elbow as much as we can. Then we're going to turn the foot towards the ceiling, bring the leg back behind us, and finish there. Then we're going to turn the knee towards the ceiling, elbow comes up, and back again. So all you're trying to do is create a circle through the hips. So knees coming up, going to drag the foot up towards the ceiling, knee up towards the ceiling, back round again. Then from there, we're turning the knee up, back round. Okay, so you're just trying to create as much of a circle as you can with the hip. Fiona's looking here like, I'm not going to be coordinated.
I can't do these standing up very well, never mind lying down.
If it is too hard, you can just go in the one direction for now. The easier direction to go is turning the knee towards the ceiling, bringing the knee towards the elbow, and coming back around that way. Okay, so turning the knee towards the ceiling, up, back round. Yeah, knee goes towards the ceiling, up, back round. So the whole point of this is we're just trying to lock the hips down. Okay, so you're going to go 6 on one side, and then you're going to go 6 on the opposite side. So once you've done that, then swap it over. Good, ladies, well done. And once you've done that, then we'll just come out of it. So once we've done that, we're going to jump up into your quadruped position. We're going to do half cars from that position. Sweet. So half car, we're going from our quadruped position, okay, and then we're going to think about working backwards. So we're going to kick the leg up, keeping a nice neutral spine. I want you to go as if you were finishing a glute kickback. You're then going to turn the knee away from you and bring the knee towards the elbow. You're going to stop there, then you're going to go back in the same direction and reset on the floor. Okay, so again, from that position, it's going to look like so. Up towards the elbow, then I go back to that position that I started in. Literally, it's just half a rep on that hip car, so you're thinking about doing a glute kickback first. Then you're going to turn the knee out, bringing the knee up towards the elbow, and then you're going to retrace your steps from there. So you're going to bring the leg back, turn the knee towards the floor, and bring the knee back to the chest. Perfect. So 1 round and back is 1 rep. I want you to go 8 on both sides. Feeling on the hip pain?
Yes. But it's the memory. I'm trying to remember how to trace my steps. These are not my strong point.
Your ladies looking well. So once we've done that, just stay in that quadruped position. Perfect. Okay, so next thing we're going to, from that quadruped position, I want you to kick 1 foot out to the side so that your ankle is in line with your hip. I want you to sit the bum back towards the heel and point the toes towards the ceiling, and you're just going to feel a stretch on the inside of the leg. We're just going to hold that position, maintaining a nice neutral spine.
Are you going to make us do these lifts?
Yes. Okay, then I want you to come back out of that again. From that position, I want you to try and drag the hands into the floor, keep the leg locked out, lift the leg up off the floor. Hold, back to the floor again. Reset, we're going to do 2 more of those. Lift up, hold, keep holding. Back to the floor. And 1 more. Up and hold. And back to the floor. Up sides. So foot out and then ankle in line with the hip again. Set the bum back towards the heel. Toes towards the ceiling. Maintaining a nice neutral spine. Just feeling that stretch. And then come back out of that nice and slow. We'll go 3 lift offs again, keeping that leg fully locked out, no bend through the knee. Lift, hold, back to the floor again, and up again, hold, down, and one more, up and hold, and relax. Right, okay, last thing we're going to do then for the hips, we'll do a wee bit of active straight leg raise work, and then I'll do a wee bit of spine work with you. So, lying on our back, we're going to keep the leg we're using fully locked out. The leg we're not using, it's going to stay bent. We're going to lift the leg up nice and slow, hold it at the top. At the top, I want you to think about getting the heel to push towards the ceiling, and then back down nice and slow. Once you've done 10 of those, we're going to go 5 circles, out and back in again. Okay? Then you're going to swap legs. Nice and slow and controlled, and we're doing that as well, ladies.
10?
10, yeah, so 10 kicks, 5 circles.
Are we going 5 circles each direction, Andrew, or
So just 5 circles and go there.
just 5?
You got nice water. Is it there? Yeah, that's water. No. Okay, so we'll finish up with a wee bit of spine work and then breathing.
I feel like I held my breath there for a while.
That's why we'll finish with some breathing.
And I do yoga, I should know.
Right, okay, so what we're going to do is some low back cat camels, and then I'm going to do some segmented cat camels with you. Okay, so low back cat camels. Now with this, you're not going to feel like you're moving a whole lot, but trust me, you will be. Okay, so we're going head down onto the floor. We're going to interlock our fingers and just keep our head pinned where it is. We're wanting our knees sort of underneath our hips, and we're going to move slowly through the lower back. Okay. Whenever you're sticking the bum up towards the ceiling, you might feel a wee stretch through your hip flexors again, but that's cool. That's what we're looking for, okay? So head down flat on the floor. From there, all I want you to do is think about push the bum up towards the ceiling, hold for a second or two, and then we're just going to hunch the lower back as much as we can. Okay, so from there, you're just trying to move through the hips, all right? We're going to do 10 of those in total, and then we're going to come up into our quadruped position, and we're going to do some segmented cat camels. Good? So
I don't like this funky stuff.
It has to get a wee bit harder each week.
Oh, Andrew, like, you know I can't do this.
ladies, well done.
How many?
10 just in total.
Oh, 10. That's okay.
Okay, so once we've done that, then the last thing we'll do for the spine we're going to do 10 of these in total, but it'll take you about 2 or 3 minutes to do this if we're doing it right. Okay, so I'll get you to start in your camel position, like so, and then I want you to think of working from the hips to the neck. Okay, so from there you're going to start at the hips, start to push the bum towards the ceiling, but we're going to keep a hunch in our upper back. Then I want you to move up towards the stomach. Okay, but you're still keeping a bit of a hunch in the upper back. Then we're going to start going through the T-spine, and then we finish at the neck. From that position, then we go from the neck towards the hips. So we're going to start curling the neck up, pressing the floor away from us, move through the T-spine again, and then finish down towards the lower back. Okay? So I want you to do 10 of those. That's 1 rep. And we'll just do 1 set up. You almost feel like your spine's starting to segment and each vertebrae is moving independently. Good, ladies, well done. That's a place for you, Megan. I love the concentration on your faces here.
You have to really think about this one. It's the retracing. It's the going backwards that I always find really hard.
Easiest way to start that from the camel position and start moving through the hips, but then once it's from the neck down, it's like, wait, what am I moving?
You're like, my head knows what I actually need to move, but moving that part.
Because even in a camel, loads of people forget about moving their neck as well. They'll just focus sort of like from here down. They'll not move the neck like. Right? You're going to need, you can use your hands for this, but I like to use my phone, okay? So I'm not going to do crocodile breathing with you, so I'm not going to do it from a prone position. We're going to lie onto our back, and you can use your sofas for this. You're just going to put your heels onto your sofa so that you've got a 90-degree bend through the legs. So I'll just use my mum's good windows here. But lying on our back, okay, we're going to go 90-degree bend through the legs. You're wanting something to take the weight off your legs and to be able to keep your lower back pinned onto the floor, okay? From there, you're going to lie back with your head back, but your chin is going to be tucked down, okay? I don't want to see you start to look behind you, all right? You need to keep your neck neutral here, okay? So you can use your phone for this, you can use your hands, whatever, but you're going to breathe down into your stomach. You're not going to be breathing into your chest, okay? So from here, just taking a nice slow breath in over about 8 seconds. Going to hold for about 8 seconds, and then you're going to breathe out from the stomach over about 8 seconds. Okay? The whole point is to try and just control your breathing, bring your heart rate down. And when you're doing that, you can close your eyes as long as you don't fall asleep on me. Just think about all the crazy shit going through your heads as well. Okay, so come in, look towards the sofa a wee bit more. Yeah, so enough just that you can control your pelvis and keep your hips tucked in. Okay, so we're going to do this for about 2 minutes. I'll set a timer. I'll try and keep things nice and quiet. Use your phone or your hands, just something to give a wee bit of feedback onto the stomach. And just really concentrate on trying to fill your diaphragm, not fill through the chest. Your chest shouldn't expand too much when we're doing this. Okay, ladies, that's that timer up. Hopefully you haven't fell asleep on me here.
We're back.
Well done. Well done.